right?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, so we're with Caleb. Go check out his YouTube, Caleb Mueller. Mueller spelled with an E, M-U-E-L-L-E-R. And then today we're going to be talking about early season. Well, first off, we're just going to talk about straight up deer hunting, but first topic's going to be on early season deer hunting. And I'm going to go ahead and start it off. It's going to be about probably our favorite things to hunt early season. My favorite thing is you always have to find one of the colder days because it's like 70 degrees early October here in Illinois. So I hunt that, and then also a good thing to hunt is a food source near your bedding area because when it's hot like that, they go out, they eat at night. So primarily hunt in the afternoon, usually not in early morning because they get back to their beds really early during the early season. So go out there and then afternoon, near a bedding area and a food source. What do you like?
Yeah, same thing. I just want to look for the front coming in. You want to find some food, maybe even water too. Always stand around a pond or a creek's always good too. And you just gotta time the time you go and the weather and everything. It's all good.
Alright, go.
Alright, so now we're gonna talk about trail cam positioning early season. What I normally look for is a trail that you find from a bedding area to a water source, or even like a little, I don't know, bean field or a cornfield early season too, right when it comes down. And
more of a bean field though. If the corn's in, more of a bean field.
yeah. And it'll really help you if you have a, like, say you have a trail camera up on that and you know where you're gonna set your stand at. You haven't set it in yet. It's nice to have, I don't know, it's nice to know where your deer are at. So
yeah,
it's always good to have that.
What I always look for is, we usually run about 3 cameras, and what I like to do is probably one of my main stands. I like to check that out, and then we go and we also look for bedding area, and then with the third one, what we do is we look for well-worn trails, like any run that they're using a lot. So that's all we really do with that. All right, guys. So our next topic is going to be about fixed blade versus mechanical broadheads. Me personally, I shoot a fixed blade. Caleb, he shoots a mechanical. What brand do you shoot?
Rage Hypo.
He shoots Rage Hypos. Those I know make really big holes. I personally shoot. I don't even know what brand they are. Let's check them out.
Those Thunderheads?
No, there's something else. I forgot the brand completely.
Red Muzzies?
No, I don't shoot Muzzies. Should say like right here. Infernos.
Inferno.
It's a really good broadhead. I like it.
Yep. Good for penetration anyway.
Yep.
Always get the pass through.
Alright guys, so we're going to talk about self-filming, what you're going to need, and everything you're going to need to know before you go on that deer stand. Grab your bow and your camera and try and self-film. One thing is I suggest getting a camera like this. This is just a Canon. It's a really nice camera.
Or any handy cam.
Or yeah, handy cam's really good too. Just it's got a flip out screen. You can turn it so then you can see what you're filming yourself. But most of the time deer hunting, you're behind the camera, so you keep it turned like so. Lens and all that crap. You want to make sure to have a good quality camera, good sound. I suggest investing your money into like an external mic, that kind of stuff. And Caleb brought up a good point. Camera arm, that's a really, really big deal. It may be annoying to lug into the stand, but you're going to need it. You don't need to spend a whole ton of money on a camera arm, but you want to get an alright camera arm.
Yep. And end of that. Sorry. Alright, that's video.
Alright.
I'm gonna get this one. Alright, so now about the mechanical side. I shoot that personally, and it's nice for accuracy wise. I mean, if you got a little cam lean on your bow or something, it might not shoot the same with a with a fixed blade anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So with mechanical, you get better accuracy, but not as much penetration most of the time. You get a good hole, so that's always nice to have. So.
Me myself, I shoot fixed. Me myself, I shoot fixed blade, like I said, and the reason I really like a fixed blade is because I can rely on them. I'm not saying that those hypos won't open up, but I've personally heard that there's times where broadheads, mechanical broadheads, have not opened up. I just don't want anything like that to happen. Plus, if you're shooting like a lower poundage, it's really, I'm shooting 60. I could pretty much easily get away with the mechanical, but I'm shooting 60 pounds, still shooting a fixed blade, and I'm doing perfectly fine. Last year I was shooting 40, and this buck right here, before I got that new bow, that Hoyt Ignite, I shot this deer pulling 40 pounds. And that was with that broadhead that I just showed you guys. And that was not a pass through, but it was poking out the other side. So, and that was through the opposite shoulder blade also. So, you get plenty of penetration. I'm not having any problem with the accuracy personally, but like Caleb said, there is a couple of things that you can have problems with on fixed blades.
Alright, so going into Ryan's last point, also another good camera to have, an action camera, is a GoPro or any camera like that. He's got a case for one right here. It's always nice to have one of those on you because it wraps up a good video.
Like a side angle or something like that.
So, say you're shooting or something and you got the camera on you while you're pulling back, and then you change camera angles to your other one and your main camera on it. And you don't even really have to mess with it. You just turn it on and then just focus on the deer and the other camera. So, that's all I got to say about that.
Alright, so the ups of a multi-pin sight is one, let's say a deer comes in, you've got your single pin sight set to 20 yards, you have to mess with that and change it. This, you draw back, put whatever pin you want. Usually the pins are different colors, so you always know which pin's which, unless you're stupid and you're like colorblind or something. so that helps out a lot. Me personally, I've only shot multi-pin sights. It's just way easier for me to think about. I don't have to worry about messing with that. I've had multiple deer just sneak up on me. I'm pretty sure that this buck right here that I showed you guys earlier, that one came running in. He didn't really sneak up, but like at first he snuck up. And then also on another deer that I ended up wounding, I never got that deer. That deer snuck up on me too, so I was able to just relax, didn't have to think about adjusting anything and shoot. But a downside is that you can't get an exact yardage. So let's say I have a 20 and a 10, I can't shoot 15 dead on. So Caleb's gonna go right into that because that's kind of leading into what single pin's about. Go.
Alright, now going into the single pin, I did shoot that until last year when I ended up changing to a 3-pin, a Trophy Ridge. And with the single pin, the one nice thing about that is you got one pin you have to sight in. It's 1 yardage, but say you got a deer coming in, it's like you have a 20-yard pin with that. If you got a deer at 30 yards, or you don't know really how far it is, but you know it's a little past 20, you don't have to think so much. You just know you're just going to aim a little more up on that deer. You're not really having to worry about exact yardage like you set your pin at. So that's one good thing about that. And one also other good thing is that you can kind of line up your shot a little more with that pin since it's just straight up and down.
Yeah,
it's not you can't get really crooked or anything. It's something else to deal with. So that's always nice too.
I never thought about that.
You're better side to side with a single pin. So that's all I gotta say about that.